bienvenidos. I am Professor Chris Davison, and I'm here to help you learn Spanish. This is one in a series of short videos that explain different concepts of Spanish grammar. The entire series of videos can be found on my website, vamostutoring.com, along with other useful information on class schedules and apps and other resources to help you on your journey to learn Spanish. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you with class schedules, tutoring sessions, or all sorts of other useful information. Enjoy the video. Hi, hola. So like we said, we're going to talk in this session about nouns and articles. Okay, so in Spanish, same as in English, we're going to have nouns and articles, but in Spanish, the difference is nouns are masculine and feminine. They have gender. It's obvious with living beings. If it's a male, it's masculine. If it's female, it's feminine. But even non-living things have gender, masculine, feminine in Spanish. We'll start by talking about the articles. So we have definite articles, which refer to things that are definite. So in English, we just have one definite article, the, and we use the for something singular or plural. And again, we don't have masculine, feminine. But in Spanish, we're going to have four. We're going to have el, if it's masculine, singular, la, if it's feminine, singular, los, masculine, plural, las, feminine, plural. Okay, so if we add a noun in here, and we could say like el libro would be the book. Okay, el libro, something feminine, we could have la casa, the house. Okay, and if we have more than one book, los libros would still be the books. So los, el, both mean the. La casa, if we have more than one house, we have las casas. So again, la and las also mean the. So just one definite article in English, four in Spanish. El, la, los, las. Okay. We also have indefinite articles, and these refer to indefinite things. As opposed to the book, it's a specific definite book. We could talk about a book, which could be one of many. It's indefinite. So our indefinite articles are un, masculine singular, una, feminine singular, unos, masculine plural, unas, feminine plural. So if we use our same noun, un libro, a book, una casa, pause here. Okay, here we go. Una casa is a house. Unos libros would be some books. Unas casas, some houses. So indefinite articles in English would be a when it's singular, some when it's plural. Okay, so those are the articles. And as I mentioned, we threw in some nouns here. We can do some other nouns for living things, right? We could have el hombre for the man. Feminine, we could have la mujer, the woman. Okay, if it's going to be plural, it would be los hombres, plural for the woman, las mujeres. Okay, we could have el chico, and for a boy, la chica for a girl. Okay, so generally, with living things, well, with nouns in general, if it ends in an O, it's going to be masculine. If it ends in an A, it's going to be feminine. We could have like el pasajero for a male passenger, la pasajera for a female passenger, okay, the passenger. If it ends in OR, it's going to generally be masculine. So we could have el conductor for the driver. It's a male driver. If it ends in ORA, it's generally feminine. La conductora. Okay. And then another one we have is ista. Words can end ista, and that could be either one. So even though it ends in an A, it's not saying that it's feminine. It's the ista. So we could have el turista. Even though it ends in A, it's el turista, and it would be a male tourist. And we could have la turista, would be a female tourist. So just by seeing the word turista, you wouldn't know if it's a male or female tourist. Okay, now we can talk about nouns, non-living things. So let me just erase this here. Actually, I think we'll just erase the whole page, and then we'll start with some non-living things. Okay, again, if it ends in O, it's generally masculine. There are always some exceptions. El cuaderno is going to be the notebook. Do another one here, maybe. El diario for the diary, right? We'd have some more. El diccionario, el número, right? Those are going to be masculine. El. If it ends in A, generally feminine, we could have something like la cosa, right? The thing. La escuela, right? The school. And if we go back to the ones we had before, right? Like el libro, masculine. We'll do another one, new one. La mesa is a table, and that's feminine. So with non-living things, even though we call it masculine, feminine, it's not the same as with the living things. I mean, there's nothing feminine about a table, right? There's nothing masculine about a book in the way that in English we think of masculine and feminine. It's just, it is what it is. In Spanish, nouns have gender. That gender is never going to change. La mesa, the table, is always going to be feminine. El libro, the book, is always going to be masculine, right? So when you learn a new word in Spanish, when you learn a noun, go ahead and just learn the gender with it, right? When you learn computadora or something, learn that it's la computadora, right? When you learn el video, just know that it's masculine. Some others, if it ends in an MA, so it still has the A on the end, but if it's an MA, it's going to be masculine, as in el problema. This is one that trips up some English speakers, right? They always would think problema would be la because it ends in an A, but it's the MA that makes the difference. And also el programa. There's a number of these words that end MA that are masculine. Reason being is these words come from Greek instead of Latin. That's why they're different. With the MA, it's going to be masculine. And for feminine side, words that end in ION are going to be feminine. As in la lección, right? The lesson. Or la conversación. the conversation. Okay, those ION words are going to be feminine. Words ending in S are generally masculine. We'll have el autobús, which is going to be masculine. El país is also going to be masculine. On the feminine side, we have quite a few words that end DAD, and they're going to be feminine. So here we would have la nacionalidad, feminine. Remember, these Ds are going to be pronounced like THs. So repeat that one after me. La nacionalidad. Great. Another example here. La comunidad. Okay, again, TH sound. La comunidad, feminine. So there's quite a few DAD words, feminine, also quite a few ION words. So those are big hints that they're feminine. Okay, so that's our introduction to nouns and articles, talking about masculine, feminine in Spanish. Okay, as far as making things singular or plural, we can just add a couple here. If it ends in a vowel, you're just going to add an S. If we want to change cuaderno, notebook, into notebooks, we can say los cuadernos, right? We just add the S. Diario would be diarios. La cosa, over here, we can make it las cosas, right? La escuela, las escuelas, okay? So those are pretty easy. If you have words that end in vowels, then it's, in consonants, you're going to add ES. Like down here, la lección. If we want to make that plural, it's going to be lecciones. We'll add an ES. So it'll be las lecciones. And if you watch the accent and stress section, you'll see that the accent goes away when you make that word plural. That's in another video for you to watch. Again, la conversación, we make that plural, las conversaciones. Okay, so basically that's how to do plurals. Add an S to vowels, add an ES to consonants. A couple little exceptions. If it ends in a Z, then the V turns into a C, right? So if we have el lápiz, that's an accent on it, and we want to make, say, the pencils, lápiz is a pencil, it turns into los lápices. The Z turns into a C, okay? That's about it on our articles and nouns. All right, thanks for watching. Muy bien, I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, if you have any questions, just reach out to me at vamostutoring.com. Ciao.